Yo, this is it. I'm Mr. Fade, and you'll listen to Attack of the Beats on IllMuzik.com. 5 beats, 5 reviews, and not much to talk about this time, actually, so I'm just going to get into it right away. First up, we've got DeeJay Ngwazi with Fly Away, Never Come Back. Let's check it out. Alright. Okay, so that was DeeJay Ngwazi with Fly Away and Never Coming Back. Alright, so this is really smooth. I like that. I like that a lot. And I think the intro was a little long, okay, but still, when the drums came in, and I like the way the drums came in. It was nice. It wasn't just like it just dropped in off a snare or something, or the first kick, so you had like a little bit of a little drum roll or something. But anyway, so it sounded really good the way you brought it in. And you continued with the guitar, of course, which was very, very smooth. And the vocal snippet, the female vocal snippet was really good. No complaints on that. I like the way you also used the little bit of like percussion, the other little sounds that you had. And you made good use of the stereo, right? You had a pan left and right and all that. And I think the only complaint would be that a lack of a bass line, because I can kind of hear a bit of a bass here and there, but with that smooth guitar that you have, I was like, oh, it would be really nice if you brought in like a bass guitar, like a really smooth bass guitar to complement that guitar. So if you're going to add that, I would say isolate just the guitar, the lead guitar you have, and then just get a bass line going with that, and then the rest will be smooth as butter. So, but great job on the beat, really dope. So next up we got Memento beats with Kaboom. Let's check it out.
Kaboom!
All right. Okay, so that was Memento Beats with Kaboom. All right, so on this one, I like the way you make use of the space. You've got a lot of stuff flying in and out, left and right, and it's really good. It's just I think the lead instruments, like the lead synth there, it's like it's kind of a little piercing, I guess, because it's like it's high pitched, somewhat. So I think it could be brought down just a bit, in the volume, just a bit in the mix. But overall, it's okay. I'm also thinking too, like if you were to use this for like an MC, let's say, right? So I'm thinking like, well, where would the vocals be in this beat? Like, how would you fit that in? So it's definitely possible. It's just that if you're to use the beat like that, whatever. But as is like this, yeah, it's really really good. I think the kick could be a little thicker to match the bass that you have, because the bass sounds really really good and everything. I just think that because when you hear the kick at the beginning on its own, I can hear it sounds like a little bit thin. It could have a little bit more of a thump to it or whatever, but overall it's really really good. I just think that the main issue was the lead synth, where it could be a little less in your face, you know what I mean. So but overall I really liked how you mixed everything, how everything blended well together, and made good use of the whole space there. So all right, so next up we got Primz with Horizon. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was Primz with Horizon. So on this one, this is a really good joint, man. It really is. And I think what really stands out with this is the flute, because that's not used too often with hip-hop beats, right? And it's just nice and fresh to hear something like that. But you made really good use of it. I think that, it's probably best to use it just on the hook, okay? I mean, you can use it, between that, but I think when you had that part around the 1 minute mark, it was like a little bit repetitive, somewhat, but still sounds really good though. It's just that it's a little repetitive in that part, but other than that though, it just fits really well with the whole beat. The low end is great. I love the hand clap on snare, and overall the mix is really really good. It's on point, but I think the only thing is really just that flute there. Like it sounded great when you brought it in for the hook along with the other stuff, but by itself it was a little bit isolated, a little bit repetitive, but sometimes it's like that with some instruments, right? It's kind of hard to really you don't really want to add something all the time, but at the same time that particular instrument is not great on its own all the time. So but yeah, for what you have, it sounds really good. So yeah, it's a dope beat. Props. So next up we got skidflow with Cleaver Workx. Let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was skidflow with Cleaver Workx. Now this one's interesting because it's a very dope beat. I like it. I would have swapped out the kick. The one you have is good, but I don't know. It just something about it just kind of bothers me. But I would have something a little more thick, I guess. The snare's good too. That's fine. I think it kind of sounds like the kick and snare on their own together are probably like on point. Like they sound really good. But then bring it in with this, I don't know. It just the impression I get of it. But it's okay the way it is. I just think for me, I just would have switched out the kick. But I like that little synth phaser sound you have coming in. That really adds some flavor to it. And the strings all the way through. Although I wouldn't put the strings all the way through the beat like you have. Maybe just bring it in here and there. And I think that you could try to, maybe bring in something else. Like I'm thinking like some sort of like a lo-fi piano or something. Not all the way through, but just like on a hook or something. Because just to kind of bring more life to the beat, because it's one of those beats, right? It's like it sounds really good. It's a nice loop and everything, but it just needs a little something to it, I think on its own like that with an MC on top of it, I think it'd be perfect, right? Perfect for that. But on its own, it's like okay, you just kind of there's something missing here, So maybe piano, I don't know, but definitely take out the strings here and there, I would say, and try to replace that kick. But that phaser sound, that's gold right there. So keep that. And then when you brought in the horns, that was definitely on point. That was a nice addition right there. So keep that shit. But overall, it's a dope beat. I like it. So next up, we get the last beat. It's the MF Riddler with what is it called here? As It Calm Joint. What the hell is that? As It Calm Joint. All right, let's check it out. All right. Okay, so that was the MF Riddler with As It Calm Joint, whatever the hell that's supposed to be. You have to correct me in the forums. I don't know, man. Anyway, so this one, did you sample Taxi or something? It sounds like you sampled the Taxi TV show. I don't know. That's what it sounds like. But it sounds really good. I like the chops. I like what you did with it. The horns are really good. Like that's a nice addition. That really carries the beat. And the chops, I can hear a bit of clicks here and there, the chops, whatever, that's expected. But I think with this beat, it kind of sounds like something I would put together and that I have put together. And the problem is that it's just the mix. That's all it is that it's like it's a dope beat. It's very smooth. You could put it on its own, or you can have a rapper on top of it, whatever. But I think it's just a mix. I mean, let me know like what you're using, for your DAW and this and that. Maybe you're just missing some sort of effects. I don't know what it is, but it just sounds like this beat, if you could just EQ, the main lead, properly, spice up the drums with maybe some saturation or something, add some reverb or something here and there, and then just do an overall mix, of the whole thing, just like that, just something like that, just to spice it up, I think that's all that's missing is just like, you know, like a really good mix of this, because it sounds dope. I can hear someone like I don't know, off the top of my head, I'm thinking like Master Ace or something on top of this. But yeah, so just like a proper mix for this. That's all it is. But let me know. It sounds like you sampled Taxi. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. So, all right. So that's it for me. I'm Mr. Fade. This is Attack of the Beats. Keep sending your beats in, and I'll keep reviewing them. And my favorite beat is, the winner is, drum roll please, Primz with Horizon. Let's check it out.